Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a book that has genuinely changed millions of lives, including my own, Atomic Habits by James Clear. Have you ever set a New Year's resolution, felt super motivated for a week, and then it's gone? You're not alone. This book explains why that happens and gives us a practical, step-by-step guide to building good habits and breaking bad ones, not through willpower, but through a smart system. The core idea is simple but powerful. Tiny, 1% improvements every day compound over time to create remarkable results. Clear calls these small habits atomic habits, as in a tiny, fundamental unit of a larger system. Just like atoms build up molecules, atomic habits build up your success. Think about it. If you get just 1% better each day for a year, you'll end up 37 times better by the time you're done. But if you get 1% worse, you'll decline nearly down to zero. The daily choices we make seem small, but their long-term impact is massive. So, how do we actually build these habits? Clear introduces a 4-step framework called the habit loop: cue, craving, response, and reward. Every habit you have, good or bad, follows this pattern. The cue triggers your brain to initiate a behavior. The craving is the motivational force behind the habit. The response is the actual habit you perform, and the reward is the end goal, which satisfies the craving and teaches your brain to repeat the loop next time. To build a good habit, we need to make each step easier and more attractive. Clear calls these the 4 laws of behavior change. Let's break them down. The first law is make it obvious. This is all about the cue. Our environment is often the invisible hand that shapes our behavior. If you want to drink more water, don't just hope you'll remember. Put a water bottle on your desk, next to your bed, in your car. Make the cue so obvious you can't miss it. This is a technique called environment design. Conversely, to break a bad habit, you do the opposite. Make it invisible. Want to stop mindlessly scrolling on your phone? Leave it in another room when you're working or spending time with family. Out of sight, out of mind. The second law is make it attractive. This targets the craving. We're more likely to do something if we find it appealing. One brilliant technique here is temptation bundling. You pair an action you want to do with an action you need to do. For example, you only let yourself watch your favorite Netflix show while you're on the treadmill, or you only listen to your favorite podcast while you're doing chores. You start to associate the habit you're building with a feeling of pleasure, making you look forward to it. To break a bad habit, you need to make it unattractive. Reframe your mindset. Instead of thinking I'm missing out on snacks, think I'm fueling my body with healthy food to have more energy. Highlight the benefits of avoiding the bad habit. The third law is make it easy. This is for the response. This is perhaps the most crucial law. We are naturally drawn to the path of least resistance. The more friction there is between you and a habit, the less likely you are to do it. The solution, the 2-minute rule: when you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. Read before bed becomes read 1 page. Go for a run becomes put on my running shoes. The point isn't to get results in 2 minutes. The point is to master the art of showing up. Once you've established the habit of putting on your shoes, it's much easier to take the next step and actually go for a walk or run. To break a bad habit, you make it difficult. Increase the friction. Want to watch less TV? Unplug it after each use and put the remote in another room. The extra effort will make you pause and think, do I really want to do this? And finally, the 4th law is make it satisfying. This is all about the reward. For a habit to stick, we need to feel successful immediately. The human brain prioritizes immediate rewards over delayed ones. This is why bad habits are so easy to form. The reward is instant. Good habits often have a delayed reward. The solution is to give yourself an immediate reward. A great way to do this is with a habit tracker. Every time you complete your habit, put a big X on a calendar. That little check mark is a small, satisfying reward. It provides visual proof of your progress and creates a streak you won't want to break. The rule is, never miss twice. Missing once is an accident. Missing twice is the start of a new, bad habit. For breaking a bad habit, you make it unsatisfying. An accountability partner is great for this. If you skip a workout, you have to pay your friend $10. The immediate pain of losing money can be a powerful motivator. One of the most profound shifts in thinking from Atomic Habits is the focus on systems over goals. Goals are about the results you want to achieve. Systems are about the processes that lead to those results. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. A winner and a loser can have the same goal. The difference is the system they follow day in and day out. Instead of obsessing over the finish line, focus on building a system of 1% improvements. The results will take care of themselves. Another key takeaway is the importance of identity. True behavior change is identity change. The goal isn't just to read a book, it's to become a reader. It's not to run a marathon, it's to become a runner. Each time you perform your tiny habit, you're casting a vote for the type of person you want to become. When you make your bed, you're embodying the identity of an organized person. When you write one sentence, you're embodying the identity of a writer. You're not trying to be better, you're proving to yourself, with small wins that you already are. So, let's recap the actionable steps you can take right now. First, pick one small habit you want to build, just one. Then, apply the 4 laws. How can you make the cue obvious? Maybe it's putting your journal and pen on your pillow. How can you make it attractive? Maybe you brew your favorite tea to drink while you write. How can you make it easy? Start with the 2-minute rule. Just write one sentence. And how can you make it satisfying? Get a habit tracker and mark it off with a big, satisfying check mark. This book isn't about massive, overnight transformations. It's about the quiet power of small, consistent actions. It's about building a system that makes success inevitable. It's about becoming the architect of your habits, and ultimately, the architect of your life. I highly recommend you pick up a copy of Atomic Habits if you haven't already. It's a game changer. What's one atomic habit you're going to start building today? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your plans and support you on your journey. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this summary helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on personal growth and productivity. I'll see you in the next one.